Heal your life with faith. Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Faith Taka. Today I'm going to be talking about self-love. I guess we've all heard that word, self-love. What does it mean to love yourself? From the words of Jesus, he said, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So that statement has made lots of people actually consider their neighbors most of the time more than they consider themselves. But you can only give what you have. How can you give love if you can't love yourself? You can only give what you love. So when you love yourself, you can give from the abundance of that love and give it to others. So you must love yourself. Yeah, if you love yourself, it will help you in a lot of things and in everything you do. I'm going to talk about several aspects of self-love. The first one being, do not compare yourself to others. You know, we all have a journey. Everyone has their journey, and some people walk faster than others, and some people are far ahead in their journey, while some people are moving a bit slower, because everyone has a different journey in life. God has created all of us in a unique way, in a special way, in that we all have that special thing about us. So a lot of times we all don't reach milestones at the same time. Everyone has their time for hitting milestones. So you can find your friends, your peers are ahead of you in certain things and you are lagging behind. But do not compare yourself to others. Mind about your journey, mind about where you're going, be concerned about yourself and think about where you're going. Yeah, a lot of times people get worried and get worked up when they see their peers ahead of them. They feel like they are lagging behind and then they get depressed. That will only depress you. Remember, you're unique and you are special and you're going to make it and you have a special journey ahead of you. So mind about the journey and do not compare yourself to others. Another aspect of loving yourself is allow yourself to make mistakes. So in the journey of life, you can start out trying out so many things. Perhaps you got a business idea and then you tried it out and it didn't work out. Don't be so hard on yourself. Life is about learning. Sometimes you make mistakes. So when you make a mistake, this is what I like to do. This is what I like to do about myself. If I do something and it doesn't work out, I always ask myself, where did I make the mistake? What can I learn from this mistake and do it better next time? So if you do something and it doesn't work out, do not be so hard on yourself. Learn from the mistake and move on, and next time do it much better than the other time. Life is about learning. So that aspect of, the second aspect of loving yourself that I'm speaking about right now is do not be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Even when a child is learning to walk, they fall so many times and eventually they walk. The third aspect of loving yourself is do not worry about other people's opinions. A lot of times people have so many opinions about your life, about what you should do, and society has so many expectations. So you should mind about your journey, mind about the things you're doing, and do not mind a lot about what society is expecting, because society has unrealistic expectations and a lot of times you can't make everyone happy. And you can't live your life trying to please everyone. That is setting yourself up to fail, because people will not be completely pleased. Even if you do something good, there will always be someone who will come and criticize something you're doing. So you should always learn not to worry about other people's opinions. As long as you're happy with what you're doing and in your conscience you feel it's good for you, move on with it. Yeah, you should move on with it. So yeah, do not worry about other people's opinions. So the fourth aspect about loving yourself is remember your value. Your value does not lie in how you look. Your value is not in how your body is shaped and how you look, because lately society has set up expectations of how someone should look, especially when it comes to ladies. There is an ideal body type, there is an ideal look that everyone should be having. Like there's a kind of look that goes to the magazines, and some people get worked up trying to look like a magazine photo, trying to look like the people in the magazines, or they are just trying to fulfill what everyone in society is expecting. Remember, God has made each one of us different, and we all come in different sizes, different shapes, and God has made you unique and different, and that is what makes you special. Just remember that someone is going to love you the way you are. Someone is going to appreciate everything about you the way it is. You may be big, you may be small, but that is how God made you. Love yourself. Your value does not emanate from how you look. Your value comes from the one who made you, because you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah, we're made in His image. So God has made us all in different sizes, in different shapes, and we are supposed to love ourselves the way we are. Even if you decide that you want to lose weight and become a little bit smaller, you have to love yourself, because the journey of losing weight is a long one, and it may take a while before you look like your ideal weight. So what is going to happen all the while? Are you going to hate yourself? Will you be looking yourself in the mirror? So regardless of your size, your shape, of how you look, love yourself the way you are, because God made you unique. And you know what? Someone is going to love you the way you are, and someone is going to appreciate everything about you the way it is. Yes, if you start by loving yourself. Yeah, so remember that your value does not lie in your looks. Another aspect of loving yourself that I'm going to talk about is, do not be afraid to let toxic people go. Yeah, many times we have toxic people in our lives. They could be friends who bring a negative energy. There could be people who are just, we're so dramatic. I've had such people in my life. There are people who thrive on drama, who enjoy drama all their life. There are people who are toxic. There are friends who are toxic. Sometimes people get into toxic relationships and they know the person they are with is not good for them. And this person is eating away at their soul, and they are sad and unhappy, but they can't let go. You've got to love yourself enough to get out of a bad situation. You've got to love yourself enough to let toxic people around you go. So do not be afraid to let toxic people go. If you love yourself enough, you have to make sure the energy that is around you is positive all the time. So this may include letting certain people go that bring negative energy into your life. You can't reach a place of tranquility if you're having people that bring negative energy in your space all the time. So love yourself enough to let toxic people go. Let a toxic relationship go. Let toxic friends go, so that the energy around you is good. You begin to feel good about yourself. You begin to stay focused on the things that matter. But when there is a lot of toxic energy, it affects you. It affects where you're going. It slows you down. Do not be afraid to let toxic people go. The sixth aspect of loving yourself that I'm going to talk about is trust yourself to make good decisions for yourself. You know yourself better. You know what's on the inside of you. You know how you're feeling. So a lot of times we ask for advice, and especially if you ask for advice from a godly person, you will get good advice. But sometimes people have so many opinions and they have not felt your shoes, and they may not be feeling where God is leading you to. They may not be feeling what you're feeling. Maybe you're feeling you're feeling a certain business, and you're feeling inspired to open a certain business, and you're asking everyone. Look on the inside of you and trust yourself. You will get that gut feeling to know whether to go do it or not to do it. When you feel that peace inside of you, the peace of God, then you know that you're on the right track. So you've got to learn to trust yourself. Trust yourself to make good decisions. And I know there's a place for asking for advice. There is a place for asking for advice, especially seeking godly advice. I sometimes do that as well. But there is also a place for trusting yourself to make good decisions for yourself. Yeah, another aspect of loving yourself is put yourself first. Yeah, this is especially to women, mothers, you know. We spend a lot of time on the children. We give them our attention. We give attention to our families. We give attention to our husbands. We give attention to everyone that needs us but ourselves. So a lot of people spend a lot of time giving and giving, but they never give back to themselves. They never have time for themselves. They never get time to do the things they love because they are busy helping everyone. You know, your children will grow up, but you have got to love yourself as well. You have got to put time into yourself. You have got to take time to discover the things you love. Do not lose your individuality. Even if you're married, I know the two shall become one, as the word of God says. But when you come into that joining one, you're also an individual and you have a personal calling that God has called you for. So you should remember to also mind about your personal calling, to mind about where God is taking you as a person. And even if you're a couple, you also have, you maintain your individual calling. So do not forget to always put yourself first. Yeah, you should put yourself first sometimes. Do something special for yourself. Go out on your own and enjoy yourself. Do something you love to do. Maybe you love flowers, I don't know. Get yourself some flowers in your house. Maybe you love to go swimming. Maybe you love to go to the sauna, to the gym. You love to go out jogging. Do the things you love. So when you love yourself, you begin to put yourself first and you begin to also do the things you love. Don't get caught up doing things for everyone but yourself. Yeah, get to do the things you love. Another aspect of loving yourself is be kind to yourself. That is aspect number 8 and the last one. Be kind to yourself. A lot of times there is that inner critic on the inside of us that criticizes everything, that especially when things are not going so well or when you're having a bad day and then you start to speak to yourself negatively. Yeah, I had a couple of those myself sometimes, but I have learned to put that voice down. Be kind to yourself. Speak kindly to yourself. Speak kind words to yourself. Let that inner critic go down. You know, you can't live your life and your day criticizing everything about yourself. Yes, you can improve. There is a place for self-criticism where you criticize yourself to improve. But be kind to yourself. Life is hard and is already a challenge. So if you made it and you're still here, it's great. So be kind to yourself when you're criticizing, when you're speaking to yourself, when the day is going bad. Remain kind to yourself, remain positive, remain speaking words of affirmation to yourself. So when you love yourself, you speak kindly to yourself. So today I have spoken, I've talked about aspects of loving yourself. And in loving yourself, I talked about not comparing yourself to others, but minding your journey. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Do not worry about the opinions of others. Remember, your value does not lie in your looks. So love yourself, love your body the way it is. Do not be afraid to let go of toxic people from your life. You don't need negative energy. Trust yourself to make good decisions. Put yourself first and be kind to yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you. If you've not subscribed, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like my content, put a thumbs up for me. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you next time with more. Bye. Heal your life with faith.